I just feel like that's kind of a wife's job. If they just see you chilling, doing nothing, watching baseball or whatever, it's like, hey, you should help me do this. And you're like, okay, here we go. I think Chesney gave me a Can-Am Spider, like the trike.
And Luke Combs still lives in his original 2-bedroom house that he had when he first got signed. Do you ever wish you did still?
No, I do not. I mean, that does not impress anybody. You know what I mean? Good for you if you're doing that. A 2-bedroom house is not going to get it for us, you know? So, again, man, it's like, you know, you work hard and like you know, I think it's cool to be able to give your family things that you never had or that they never had. And so, trust me, Luke Combs, you're going to move out of that house as soon, Luke. Having babies and all that. You have a 2-bedroom house. Get out of here. That's going to be your guest house.
I saw you working on, we saw a video you working on your daughter's room, making it a fairy tale.
Oh, yeah.
2-story, like a whole thing. How different is that from the room you grew up in?
Oh, so different. I mean, our house, you know, is like I never knew anybody like that. I never knew anybody that had nice stuff, really, you know, like a big house. Or when I grew up, I mean, we all kind of grew up the same way. It was sort of middle class, lower middle class kind of thing. And, you know, everybody was just kind of blue collar, worked and had pretty modest homes and all this stuff. So, you know, and I try to tell our kids that all the time. It's like, man, you guys don't even understand like how lucky we are and you guys are. And, you know, because it definitely wasn't my life growing up for sure. So, but it's fun. It's, as a parent, you love being able to give them, you know, those things and let them have a great life. And so, you know, making her room look like a princess castle or whatever. It's like, if you can do it, do it.
How often is Brittany putting you to work like that we saw in the video where you're actually hands-on?
A pretty good bit, you know. She gets on Amazon and orders all this stuff, and it comes to the house, and I'm like, what is this? She goes, oh, we're going to redo Navy's room. I'm like, oh, we are? Okay, cool. So if I'm home, you know, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of a wife's job. If they just see you chilling, doing nothing, watching baseball or whatever, it's like, hey, you should help me do this. And you're like, okay, here we go. So, yeah, I got to get back to work, man. I've been off the road for about 6 months, and I am itching to get back after it. So.
The people want to know, man, when's the last time Jason Aldean's done a load of laundry?
Oh, probably yesterday.
Wow, you do your own laundry?
Yeah, you know, we kind of tag team that up. If she does it, she'll bring it in. I'll fold it or whatever.
Wow.
So yeah, I pitch in around the house and help out. And then when we get on the road and we're touring, I'm like, okay, now I'm working. Now you know,
I'm impressed, dude.
Yeah, man.
What kind of like detergent do you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't get into all that. I mean, It's like the little pod thing.
Oh, so you guys use Tide Pod? Okay.
Yeah,
do you use fabric softener?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What about dryer sheets?
Yeah.
You do?
All of it, yeah.
Okay, attaboy.
I'm not a rookie, man.
I'm just making sure, you know. I also just realized, man, you have a daughter now that's drinking age. Is it weird having a drink with your daughter?
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, she's, it's crazy. Keely's getting ready to graduate from college, and Kendall's about to she's a junior in high school right now, so she'll be a senior in high school next year. And then we got the little ones in kindergarten and first grade, man. So it's wild. But yeah, Keely's the oldest. She just turned 22, and you know, she's awesome, man. She's killed it in college and about to graduate and get started with her life, and so it's cool. They're doing great.
And I know you're going to be heading back out on tour. We asked a lot of artists, like if when they open for headliners, what the gift was that the headliner got.
Yeah.
Do you remember one from back when you were opening up, like the best gift you got from a headliner?
Yeah, I think Chesney gave me a Can-Am Spider, like the trike.
Dude.
And so I still have that thing. That one's pretty cool. And then, you know, McGraw gave me like a nice watch and some cash, which was really cool at the time because I really, you know, I could use the cash more than I could anything back then. But yeah, I think Chesney, what I remember, Chesney that one was the coolest. That that motorcycle and that I still have. So
yeah, he just got Megan Maroney a sauna installed in her house. Like he's still doing stuff like that.
Kenny's awesome, man.
Wow. Were there any artists, no names, but that were like, hey kid, here's a Blockbuster card?
Probably. You know, I would say, I don't know. I mean, I'd say the best gift I ever gave somebody was when Luke was out with me. It was kind of the year he blew up, Luke Bryan, and probably 2012, I think it was. And I got him a bass boat at the end of the tour.
Wow.
And so, you know, he had blown up, obviously, and it was just such a fun tour. One of my best friends. We just had an amazing year out there. And
wow.
So I got him. He had just bought some property, and I got him a bass boat. So that's my best gift I think I've ever given anybody.
What you gonna get Nate Smith? Have you already thought about it?
I don't know. I got Kane a 4-wheeler, Kane Brown a 4-wheeler, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, you get out there, get to know these guys, see what they're into, what they like, and then kind of figure it out. So
Kenny's in the Hall of Fame. Give us a Kenny memory. What do you want to say about it?
Well, I mean, I just think Kenny is one of those guys that, you know, he's another one of those guys, especially for somebody who, like me, who really builds their career on the live part of it, right? So, you know, I think Kenny's one of those guys we all look to and go, man, I want to do that, you know, 10 years from now, whatever. I mean, he's still out there playing stadiums, doing his thing. And so, well-deserved for Kenny. I'm glad he got in there. And I remember when he was first getting started, he was actually signed to Capricorn Records back in the day. And I remember he played in Macon, Georgia, my hometown, at the Cherry Blossom Street Festival. And we used to have 2 radio stations and 2 country stations. And one station had Joe Diffie playing on one stage, and there was probably 6,000-7,000 people over there watching Diffie. And then on the next stage on the next street was Chesney. And he probably had 200 people watching him. Wow. And so I went over there and watched his show. And I mean, I was a teenager at the time, but went over there and I was like, man, I love this guy. I can't believe nobody was watching this show. And, but he went out and did his thing. And I kind of became a fan of that. He had a song called Somebody's Calling, which was one of his first singles. And then the Tin Man and stuff like that was on that first album. And so I just kind of started following him and liked him and, you know, kind of became a fan, and then got to town, toured with him, and, you know, so it's been cool. But congrats to Kenny, man. He's awesome, and that's well-deserved for him.
I just had Dierks Bentley on yesterday, and one of the things he told me was he wants to get you and Miranda, the band, back together from 2005. And Dierks said he would open for you if that would happen.
Hey, I love Dierks. And it's funny, when one of the first tours I ever did was Dierks was the headliner, and Miranda and I were opening. We would kind of flip-flop opening each night, and it was fun, man. It was like we were all kind of new to the game, even Dierks. I mean, even though he was headlining, he was like new to that whole thing, and you know, it was just fun, like a bunch of youngins trying to figure out the business together, you know, and so it was always fun. I love touring with those guys.
But what are the chances? Like a one-time show? I'm
down. I'm always down to play shows and hang out with friends and do that stuff. So I'm down. Okay, Dierks set it up.
Okay,
we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Dierks the opener. Miranda plays.
I don't care. I'll play wherever.
Okay,
let's get a show and let's figure it out.
What about I'm setting it up. What about on your property? Or like across the street?
What about your property? What do you got?
There ain't enough room. It'd just be you two, man. All right. Here's the deal real quick. Rapid fire conspiracy theory questions. Were dinosaurs real?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the earth flat?
No.
Did we land on the moon in 1969?
I'll say yeah.
Was there a second shooter at John F. Kennedy?
Yeah. I think so.
Where?
I don't know.
Is Alexa listening to my private conversations?
Yeah, probably.
Is China using TikTok to spy on us?
Probably.
Do you believe there's an Illuminati or a secret group of 8 to 12 people that pull all the strings in the world?
No. I don't.
Would you ever go to space?
No.
Why not?
You know, I don't know. I think I was in like maybe 3rd grade or something when the Challenger went up and exploded, and we were all watching that on TV in our classroom, you know. So I don't know. My space thing, I'm like, man, it's cool. take some pictures and I'll check that out when you guys get back. But I have no desire to actually do that. So I'm good.
Well, dude, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks for giving us some time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Always fun, man.
You're the man. Where you at with new music?
We've been in the studio a lot, man. We, probably the last 8 months or so, 6-8 months, we've been in the studio a lot. Basically, pretty much done with the album, at least my part. We still got to go mix and master and do those kind of things. But, it's going to be, it's been a cool project. A lot of songs, a couple duets in there too. So it's going to be, pretty cool.
Right.
I'm excited for people to hear it.
Couple means two. I'm going to dissect.
Couple, 2, 3. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so it could be a few. Okay.
Yeah, it's some of that stuff's still in the works, but
so there's a few cut. You just don't know how many will make it.
They're all going to make it. I just there's a couple songs that I know are going to be duets. Then there's a couple, one maybe two that we still kind of haven't found our partner for that yet.
Okay,
so, but it's it's going to go in that lane too. So
are these female duets?
I don't know, man.
Okay,
you gotta wait. Man.
Okay, are these anyone you have duetted with in the past?
One is, and the other no. The other one's no.
Okay.
So yeah, got to save a little bit, man.
Okay, I don't
even know when the album's coming out at this point. So we don't have a date for that. I don't even know when the new single's coming out from the album. So.